Howdy. Last Excel assignment of Unit 2, and this is a very important table. So when you submit this, you have a thumb drive, save it to your thumb drive. You might want to email it to yourself. It's available on Ivy Learn, but this one's going to be helpful for your second project. Okay, so basically we want to run through the situation where we have a starting balance of 3,000, we have an APR of 29.99%, and we're making a minimum payment of 3%. Now, as normal, I'm going to copy this and do something different. Notice that when you copy and paste, remember that's Control-C, Control-V, some of this stuff isn't wide enough, so you got to kind of widen it out a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right, now I'm going to do different numbers so that I'm not doing your work for you. Let's say I have a more reasonable APR of, I don't know, 14.2%. Still not great, but and my minimum payment is 4%. Okay, so that needs to be a little wider. So the finance charge, remember, we take the balance and we just multiply by the percentage, which is the 14.2%. And now I can write it as with the percent sign, or I can just do the conversion that you would do when you put it in your calculator. And then, of course, since that's annual, I need to make it monthly by dividing by 12. Right? Notice that it's giving me more decimals than I want, so I'm going to click on that dollar sign. It's going to give me money. All right. The new balance is just the sum, right, of the starting balance and the finance charge. And the minimum payment is just the new balance times whatever my minimum payment amount is, which in this case is 4%. Then I'm back over here with the new balance taking away the minimum payment. Boom. And at this point, I'm ready to use autofill because I don't want to have to keep doing this over and over again. So remember, autofill, I can click here in the bottom, left click, drag down. That's a good sign that my finance charge went down. My new balance should go down, and the minimum payment should go down a little bit. At this point, I can actually do all four of these at once. If you select across, remember when you select, you got to start in the middle, not from the corner, but from the middle. Drag it across, bottom right, bottom right corner, left click and drag, and I can even go to, boom, done. So everything looks good. Things are going down. That's the direction I expect to see. You know how to do the totals. I'm not going to show you that part. Basically, to summarize this, you're going to do that, and then you're going to copy and paste that onto a new sheet, and it says you're going to create a similar table but make larger minimum payments. Now, when you make larger minimum payments, you don't have to do it as a percentage. I could choose to say do $300 a month because I don't want to take forever to pay this debt off. I'm going to try to be more aggressive. Okay, so you can choose a percentage that's higher than the 3%, which it is in the initial one, or you can just choose a hard number. But make sure you do it for all of them. Then in your summary question, it says very specifically, well, first it says generally compare the scenarios, but then it says very specifically include the ratio of total paid and finance charges to total paid. So really focus on those words, total paid and finance charges. That's part of what you want. And then you want to look at the total paid. That's the other part. So that is a ratio. We've talked about ratios before. We know how to make ratios. This is a part-to-whole ratio, so it can be expressed as a percentage. And you want to compare scenario 1 and scenario 2 specifically in terms of that. Okay. That's really it for Excel 7. Talk to you later.